Yes, you are most welcome to my YouTube channel. This is No Math Sam, and today I'm going to look at solving simultaneous equations using Cramer's rule. So we are going to be looking at how you can solve equations using very many different methods. The first method, you're going to be looking at Cramer's rule, then you look at elimination, then we are going to look at substitution, and then you look at other methods like the matrix method. Now, for this time, we're going to look at the Cramer's rule. What is the Cramer's rule? We're going to look at how you are going to solve such equation using Cramer's rule. So the first step is just get the solution. The solution. So what you are going to do here, what you are going to do is that you are going to first write x equals to, you write the determinant out of the determinant, then my y equals to the determinant out of the determinant. Now in this lower determinant here, I'm going to write this matrix here, the 2, 3, then 1 and 4. Then also here write the same thing, 2, 3, then 1 and 4. You just write this matrix here that we form from this equation, 2, 3, 1 and 4. So this matrix here is the one that gets us for the denominator. Yes. So if we continue, now here we have 6, 8. Now for 6, 8, you're going to first write it here, 6, 8, because this is the x value. So for the x value, you write 6, 8 here. Then for the y value, you write it in the y side, 6 and 8. So for the remaining part here, we just write what is missing here. Right here you have 2, 1, so just write 2, 1 here, 2, 1. Then this side we have 3 and 4. Yes. So for this remaining part, you just write what is down, write it up. Then what is down here, you also write it up. So for the determinant, we're going to get the determinant of this. So this is 6 times 4. 6 times 4 minus 8 times 3. 8 times 3 out of this 2 times 4, which is 4 times 2 minus 1 times 3. 1 times 3. So 6 times 4 you get 24 minus this 8 times 3, which also you get 24. Out of 4 times 2 you get 8 minus 3. So 24 minus 24 you get 0. 0 out of 8 minus 3, which is 5. So the answer is 0. So my x value equals to 0. You just get the determinant of this, which is 24 minus 24, which is 0. Out of the determinant of this, if we divide this 8 minus 3, which is 5, so 0 divided by any number is always 0. So this is my answer for the value of x. If you go to the value of y, just multiply 8 times 2. 8 times 2 minus 1 times 6. 1 times 6 out of 4 times 2. 4 times 2 minus 1 times 3. 1 times 3. So 8 times 2, you know, obvious case I get 16 minus 1 times 6, which is 6, out of 8 minus 3. Yes, hope we are still together. So 16 minus 6, I get 16 minus 6, I get 10. Out of 8 minus 3, which I get 5. So my answer becomes 2. So my y value is 2. So this is just a Cramer's rule. It's very easy. Just get the determinant of this minus determinant of this. Let's go to the next number. This number here. Telling us 3x minus 4y equals to 10, and 2y minus x equals to 2. Now for this case, you realize that this equation here is not in its form. Yes, because I'm beginning with y and x. So at first I'm going to first change this into its form. So it's going to become minus x plus 2y equals to 2. So that we put it in a form such that the x is first and the y is second, like this first equation. So let's find the solution. For the solution, as I said, you just get the x equals to the determinant out of determinant, then my y equals to the determinant out of the determinant. So for this lower part, I just write that matrix which I get from the equation, which is 3, negative 4, then minus 1, 2. 3, negative 4, minus 1, 2. 3, negative 4, minus 1, 2. Then for the x part, as we did here, I just get this 10 and 2. I just write here 10 and 2, because this part is for x, then it stands for y. Then for this y part, I write it this side, 10 and 2. So for the remaining part, spaces here, I just write what is down. This side is negative 4 and 2, so I just write negative 4, 2. So in this side, I write here 3, negative 1. So I come and say that this is the same as 10 times 2, 10 times 2, minus 2 times negative 4, 2 times negative 4, out of 3 times 2, 3 times 2, minus negative 1, negative 1 times 4. So this is the same as 10 times 2, I get 20, minus 2 times 2, 2 times negative 4, I get negative 8, but there's a negative here, so it becomes plus 8. Out of 3 times 2, I get 6. 6. So 1 times 4, I get 1 times 4, I get 4, but there's negative here, so negative and negative, I get a positive, so plus 4. So this is same as 28 out of 6 plus 4, I get 10. Here I forgot a negative. This was supposed to be 3 times 2, minus negative 1 times negative 4. This was a negative here. So this is 6 minus 4. So this one is 28 out of 2, which is 14. Yes. So my value of x equals to 14. Then if you go to y, it's the same as saying 3 times 2, which is 6, minus 10, minus 1, negative 1 times 10, which is 10, becomes plus 10, out of 3 times 2, which is 6, minus and a minus is a positive, so I get a negative, so it's supposed to be minus 4. So 6 plus 10, I get 16, out of 6 minus 4, I get 2, which is 8. So the value of y equals to 8. Yes, I just use Cramer's rule. So I go to the next part of the number, this number here. So I just write x equals to this equation is already in its form. X is first, then y is second. X is first, then y is second. So using Cramer's rule, I just write here the 5. Sorry, I just x out of this, y equals to determinant out of the determinant. So the lower part, obviously, I write the matrix which I write here: 5, negative 1, negative 1, 1, 5, negative 1, negative 1, 1. So this upper part, the value for x, I write here 10, this is 10, 10 and 6. So for the y part, I write here 10 and 6. For the remaining part, I write the numbers which are down here, negative 1, 1, then here 5, negative 1. So 10 times 1, which is 10, minus 6 times negative 1, which is negative 6, out of 5 times 1, which is 5, minus negative 1 times negative 1, which becomes a positive, so which is 1. So 10 minus 6, 10 minus 6, what do I, 10 minus 6, this is 16, out of 5 minus 1, which is 4. And 16 out of 4, I get my x equals to 4. So my x equals to 4. Then for my y, I come 5 times 6, which is 30, minus 1, negative 1 times negative 10, negative 1 times 10, which is negative 10, out of 5 times 1, which is 5, minus negative 1 times negative 1, which is positive, so I write 1 here. So here is 40 out of 4, which is 10. So my value for y equals to 10, and my x equals to 4. So this is how we use the Cramer's rule. So you can try out this number here. Yes, you try this number here. You can pause the video and look at the number carefully so that you try it out in your time and see if you can manage it. So thank you very much. This is how I use the Cramer's rule. So I'm going to be uploading videos on another method of how to solve simultaneous equations. The first one is Cramer's rule, then elimination, then substitution, then the matrix method. So you comment in the comment section and tell me which method is the easiest for you, or how can